There are so many cases out there for the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, in fact, too many. If you're like me, you're just looking to preserve your phone's appearance, hopefully while minimizing the wear and tear from your daily grind. If you've been watching the channel for a while, then no doubt you've seen me with many different phones. So far, I don't believe there's many that Spigen didn't have a case for. They usually have an assortment of styles, which also means an assortment of prices. As you've seen, their packaging's pretty minimal, and you're not really here for that anyway, so let's just get to it. Enan here from Droid Mania, and here's 5 Spigen cases I think you'll enjoy. I'll start off by saying that there's 2 thin fit cases here, one in black on the far right, and one in silver in the middle. Installation is very easy with this one-piece case, just snap the phone in. It doesn't get any easier than this. You've got all the necessary cutouts along the bottom, and coming around to the left-hand side, you'll find the cutouts for your volume up and down buttons. Not much protection, but this case wasn't made for that. All is well up top for noise cancellation, and on the right hand side you've got a cutout for the power button similar to the one on the left. As you can see, this case is super thin. On the back of the case there's a large cutout for your camera, flash and heart monitor, with some Spigen branding down below. I gotta say, this case feels awesome in the hand. There's some sort of grippy feeling to this case and it's quite nice, trust me. Look, here's the thing though, if you drop your phone, I'd definitely expect some damage. Next up, we have the wallet S Kickstand, and I never use a wallet style case as my daily cover. I really only buy them to share my thoughts with you. I've got my reasons, and I'll share those with you shortly. There's some instructions here on the proper way to insert your card with a magnetic strip. I like that, because the last thing you want to do is screw up your card. Yup, I think that's a note that some other manufacturers can learn from. Okay, so here's where my issues start. It really bugs me that this gap is here, and it'll always be here. I mean, I know it can't be helped, but it still bothers me. I also would like for my screen to turn off when I close the case. I mean, if they can figure it out for a tablet cover, then why not for a phone case? For me, that's 2 things too many. This case does have a cutout on the front so you can take calls without opening it, and it feels pretty good in the hand. The magnet here seems strong enough, so let's go ahead and take a look inside the case. I like the red here, I think that's a nice added touch. There's 3 pockets for your cards and each of them seem pretty spacious. Since this is a wallet case, of course you'll have some room to carry cash. It's a nice spot to stash a few bills. Looking at this case, you're probably starting to think the same thing as me. There's a thin fit case inside this wallet. Just in case you were wondering, this case was designed in Irvine, California, right here in the States. And then you've got your Spigen branding. On the back there's a spacious camera cutout, but with this case you'll need to open the cover to take photos, so keep that in mind. Oh, and that's another pet peeve for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I already bought the case, and I'm just sharing my thoughts on wallet style cases. Next up, I've got the Spigen Thin Fit in silver, and this is my favorite case out of the bunch, but since this case is the exact same as the black one, I'll just give you the tour and come back when we're done. Okay, next we've got the crystal shell, and as I mentioned earlier, I covered this one in a separate video yesterday. The link's in the description below, so check it out after this one, and be sure to leave me a thumbs up. Lastly, we've got the Neo Hybrid. This is a 2-part case. It's a flexible TPU with a harder plastic ring around the outside. Out of this bunch we've seen today, if you're going for protection, this might be the case for you. You'll have some edge protection, as you can see here on the left side of the case, and since the buttons are covered here, of course we're going to check them out. Up top, everything's as you expect. You'll find the power button covered here on the right hand side along with some Spigen branding. I know it's hard to see on the camera, but it's there. Testing out the buttons here, they work as you'd expect. In terms of the feedback though, I do wish that they were a little bit more clicky. I also noticed that the port for the headphone jack seemed a little recessed, so I tried that out. Overall, with Spigen cases, I'm always satisfied with the quality, durability, and pricing of their cases. If you've got a newer cell phone, chances are you'll find a Spigen case for it. Would I recommend these? Yes, because I'm a firm believer that you get what you pay for. For me, Spigen is a brand that I trust. Okay, so there you have it. Not interested in these cases? No problem. I've got some from Varus for the S7 Edge, so if you didn't do it before, now would be the time to hit that subscribe button. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next one.